Hey soldiers, after this video, I can assure you the federal government will not pick me for the Sam Bankman-Fried jury. They're going to scratch me right off the list. This guy is totally unrepentant and disgustingly arrogant. And I can't wait until they bang that gavel after announcing a guilty verdict and send him away for the remainder of his natural life. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, hey, Tyrone, what about the presumption of innocence? Look, all of these things that he's accused of are alleged. I get that, all right? But me personally, I have read enough about this to understand and to feel that, okay, come on, let's be real, right? So yeah, we can call it allegedly because he hasn't been convicted. That's fair. But I'll tell you one thing. If I were on that jury, that would just be a little mini vacation for me. I'd be admonished by the judge. Mr. Keys, wake up. Wake up. Why are you falling? I'm sorry, Your Honor. My apologies. Because I wouldn't need to hear a damn thing. So here's the latest from the character that is Sam Bankman-Fried. It may come as a surprise, but he's arguing that he should have access to the assets and cryptocurrencies owned by FTX. This is in the midst of John J. Ray attempting to sort through all of the fallout and make the depositors and creditors whole again, okay, or at least in some way, partially. I know they're hoping for a complete restoration. Who knows? But in the midst of that, Sam Bankman-Fried is requesting that he have access to these assets. Can you believe the audacity of this individual? Basically, he's saying there's no proof of him being involved in any previously suspected unlawful activities. Numbskull, that's why you got to wait until the trial. The government is saying they do have evidence of that, and they're going to slam you with it. They're going to choke slam you with it at your actual trial. But you can get a window. What we're seeing is a window into the personality of this individual and his parents too, because this is some narcissistic behavior. He doesn't even care about the restoration of these funds to the people that he scammed. He doesn't care about that. He even said previously, and we did the report on it, when the government seized the Robinhood shares, he said, wait a minute, I need that money for my defense. Like, the hell with all you people that lost money. I need this money because I need to mount a defense. He's insufferable. So this guy is out on bail for wire fraud, money laundering, and he's actually under the impression that he's going to receive funds from the company that it is alleged he used to defraud investors and creditors. After the authorities provided evidence of illegal transactions originating from Alameda wallets, remember Alameda was supposedly run by Caroline Ellison, that was the CEO over there, but there's been some speculation and, some indication that what was actually going on is she was kind of a figurehead and Sam Bankman-Fried was pulling the strings. So Alameda Research was the hedge fund for FTX. So the authorities provided evidence of illegal transactions originating from Alameda wallets. The conditions of Bankman-Fried's release from custody included a prohibition on him accessing any cryptocurrencies that were held by FTX crypto exchange and its trading arm, Alameda Research. So he's flouting that. He's saying to hell with that. I don't care what the government says. I don't care, to what tune people lost money. I need this. I need these funds. I need this money. This injunction also features cryptocurrencies that were acquired with either FTX or Alameda funds. Bankman-Fried's attorney, Mark Cohen, sent a letter to the court on January 28th in which he stated that roughly 3 weeks had elapsed since the preliminary pretrial conference, and they assumed the government's investigation had confirmed what SBF had said all along. So you got an attorney there saying, hey, we assumed that you had, you're with us. You assumed that? They're assuming that he did not access and transfer assets. Furthermore, Cohen told Judge Lewis Kaplan of the Southern District of New York that the bail condition that was imposed at the conference should be withdrawn because the single justification offered for obtaining that condition has not been substantiated. Oh my God. I'm going to pop popcorn. This is what I usually don't watch these trials or anxiously await their outcome. But listen, I know a lot of you out there, you see crypto as a viable asset. Some of you have kind of come at me in the comments. Listen, I'm not some kind of dedicated disciple to any asset class. I do not understand crypto. Some of you are like, you don't understand crypto. I say that in almost every video I do about the subject, okay? I don't understand cattle futures either, so I don't invest in them. I do know one thing about cattle futures. They're backed by cattle. I'm not sure what crypto is backed by, okay? Somebody came at me with, well, you don't understand Bitcoin. It's a distributed ledger technology. It's not crypto, whatever, okay? I hope you, whatever you invest in, I hope you make it big. I really, really do. But one of the things that I am really incensed about with Sam Bankman-Fried is the fact that he has caused a lot of fallout, and the people who are wild about crypto are usually retail investors, all right? Retail investors, people out there working for a living. A lot of young people have put a lot of money into these cryptocurrencies, into this technology. And the fallout from what Sam Bankman-Fried has allegedly done has reverberated such that a lot of people have lost a lot of money, all right? And I don't like to see that. And I certainly don't like to see entitled punks like Sam Bankman-Fried get away with this sort of thing. So two things can be true at the same time. Yes, I don't understand crypto. I do not invest in it. And also, I want to see Sam Bankman-Fried pay for what he has allegedly done. Now, it gets even worse. Again, we're talking about the insufferable Sam Bankman-Fried. The United States Department of Justice stated in a document filed on January 27th that Bankman-Fried attempted to contact FTX's general counsel, Ryan Miller, who is a potential witness in the case. Now, that alone, to me, and again, I'm no attorney, but I do know that if you attempt to contact a witness in a case, down here at the local level, people have been remanded and they've been sent off to jail to await the crime. And here we got Sam Bankman-Fried attempting to contact witnesses, potential witnesses. As an additional bail condition, the Department of Justice requested that there be a communications ban placed on Bankman-Fried. In his response, Cohen indicated that he generally agrees with the restriction, but he argues that Bankman-Fried should still be able to communicate with certain former employees, such as his therapist, George Lerner. So he had a therapist employed by FTX. So did you guys know, all you guys out there that, you had some investment with FTX? Did you know part of what you were doing was paying for Sam Bankman-Fried's on-staff therapist, a guy named George Lerner? Now, one of the former employees that would be kind of problematic in terms of not having contact with is his father, who he's apparently living in the house with. So I guess the government is saying, hey, that particular piece of it, unless the father is required to move out, which I don't think they've moved on doing anything like that. But they go on to say, and this is how this guy is being handled with kid gloves, man. It was mentioned that a good number of these people were friends of Bankman-Fried's, the people that are on this restricted list that he can't contact that were working for the company. Who gives a damn that they were friends of his? This is, a federal case, literally, right? What are we supposed to do? Oh, well, who are your friends, Sam Bankman-Fried? We have to be, mindful of your emotional state and let you talk to your friends. Moreover, the imposition of blanket restrictions on his ability to communicate with these former employees would deprive him of an essential source of emotional and moral support. Now, this is what I always try to, illustrate. If you went out there and they found that you stole $2,000 from your employer, okay, no one's going to give a damn about your emotional state. They're not going to make all of these allowances for you. Now, maybe the federal government is doing that so that when they convict this guy, they'll be able to say, hey, we gave him every opportunity. We're very liberal with how we handled him, and he still lost, that's going to happen. I believe that what needs to happen at this point, and we did the report on that just a few days ago, FTX has requested some under oath testimony from the mother and father. The father's cooperating. We did a report on that a few weeks ago. I think the house of cards on the parents is falling. And you would think, well, once Sam Bankman-Fried has to deal with the prospect of his parents being arrested and imprisoned, then he will come around and he'll plead guilty. You know what? I don't think that'll happen. And that's one of the reasons I think the father went off on his own and started cooperating and got his own lawyer, because I think he knows his son. And I think he knows damn well that his son's not going to sacrifice himself or fall on his sword for his mother or his father. And his mother is just looking old, man. This thing kind of aged her because, again, I think she knows what her son is. And she's looking at, hey, he's pled not guilty. Now they're looking at us, and things are starting to get a lot of sleepless nights in the Bankman Fried household, at least among the mother and father. Sam's probably sleeping like a baby because he's deluded himself into believing he's special. But that's what Sam Bankman Fried is up to of late. Stand by. I'm sure he's going to do something more outrageous in the coming days, and we will be here to tell you about it. So take a look at that report we did about his parents and how they are under scrutiny right now. I also put a tag on here somewhere with regard to how the father has gone on to get legal counsel. All right, so guys, I'll talk to you soon.